President and honorable members, thank you for the floor and for your leadership. Let me be blunt. Across the European Union, day-old male chicks are still killed at birth because the egg industry writes them off as a surplus. That's not a technical detail. It is an ethical failure, a societal blind spot, and crucially, an avoidable one. In the EU, this means 330 million lives a year. We're talking about 10 every second, ended by maceration or gas. We already have the knowledge, the tools, and the public mandate to stop it. 2 years ago, after a nationwide mobilization and following Germany, Austria, France, and Austria, Italy chose a different path. No more treating the old male chicks as a waste. And that wasn't luck. It was citizens' ethics meeting workable technology, and we have a great opportunity to establish a European standard for the progress of 4 member states. This is the choice before us: innovation over inertia, and one single market over a patchwork, trust over confusion. No more systematic culling, clear time-bound rules for the industry, and real enforcement. Honest information for citizens, and because what works in member states must now work for Europe, so that our competitiveness and our compassion finally point in the same direction. This is our agenda for today, what's at stake. We're going through the public demand and market signals, feasibility and member state action. Also, we're going to talk about the Italian case study and activism, the EU policy gap and action and solutions transition toolbox, and also policy recommendations. So the European treaties already recognize that animals are sentient beings and that public policy must pay full regard to their welfare requirements. If we accept that, then killing a healthy sentient animal on day one because it's not profitable, not profitable enough, cannot be squared with our values. It's also a societal issue because citizens care. The most recent EU-level consumer evidence indicates that 3/4 of EU citizens find this practice unacceptable. And people want solutions that align with their ethics, and they are willing to support them. So, across Europe, consumer research shows strong acceptance of innovosexing, which is the technology that identifies sex before chicks hatch, so that males need to be born only to be killed. In fact, multiple surveys report majorities willing to pay a small premium for eggs produced without male chick culling, well above the actual marginal cost of deploying the technology. And also, this is another aspect really important. This is not theoretical, because by March 2024, about 20% of EU laying group was already being hatched using innovosexing, with rapid month-over-month growth. But here we're not starting from zero. Germany implemented a nationwide ban on chick culling in January 2022, paired with technology uptake and R&D support. But here's the loophole. About half of all laying hens in Germany come from EU countries where killing male chicks is still allowed. France also banned this practice via the Rural Code, effective December 2022. Austria followed in 2022 by amending its Animal Welfare Act to prohibit chick culling, which has also driven uptake of innovosexing. Together, these decisions demonstrate both technical feasibility and regulatory clarity in major EU markets. In Italy, where roughly 35 million day-old chicks are killed every year, Parliament voted in December 2021 to end the practice by December 31, 2026. The breakthrough didn't happen by chance. it was built step by step by citizens who refused to look away, by sustained mobilization in the streets and online, and by rigorous evidence and cross-party outreach, and by direct engagement with the industry led by Animal Equality. But a law without implementing, we're talking about implementing decrees, is only a promise on paper. Progress has been too slow, which is why in early 2025, we lit up the Colosseum with a simple and uncompromising message: enforce the ban until the decrees are adopted, budgeted and applied with clear standards, timelines and penalties. Our campaigns remain active, peaceful, lawful and relentless. We stand with citizens who demand consistency and with institutions that want clarity and fairness. Because laws open the door, but enforcement carries us through. Italy has shown the path, and now let's turn the commitment into protection so that no chicken is born only to be destroyed. Today, Europe faces a patchwork. A few member states ban culling, others do not, and that creates welfare dumping risks, uneven competition and uncertainty for hatcheries and retailers operating cross borders, and confusion for citizens who expect consistent standards across the single market. Parliament's own brief has already underscored the scale of the problem and noted member state calls for an EU-wide approach. The Intergroup's work today is about turning that momentum into policy. The solution set is ready. Novo-sexing at scale with performance standards that the industry can meet, transitional support for hatcheries, targeted innovation, funding, training, and procurement signals to the risk adoption. Clear labeling options to allow also citizens to choose no-chick culling eggs and reward front-runners, and equivalent outcome import requirements so eggs placed in the EU market meet the same animal welfare outcome, no systematic killing of day-old male chicks. Europe should adopt a union-wide prohibition on the systematic killing of day-old male chicks with a clear, time-bound transition and import equivalence so that any egg on the EU market meets the same welfare outcome. Talking about still, I'm repeating myself, no systematic culling. At the same time, set minimal technical benchmarks for alternatives, sex determination before hatch, validated accuracy and hatchability, throughput thresholds, and independent audits, so innovators and retailers can invest with confidence and compete on a level field. Fund the transition using Horizon relevant CAP instruments to support retrofits, training and validation, and tie public funding to measurable performance so pilots become practice. Empower citizens with trustworthy information by authorizing at EU level no-chick culling claim backed by verification, letting consumers pull the market as the law pushes it, and secure credibility with harmonized control, annual reporting, and a review clause that tightens standards as technology advances. This package delivers what Article 13 TFEU and European citizens already expect, and it gives business that certainty it needs to invest, scale, and compete fairly, align our single market's competitiveness with compassion. Honorable members, this is not a technical footnote, it's a line in the sand. A union that recognizes animals as sentient must legislate as if that recognition means something. We have the science, we have the citizens, and we have member states proving that the transition works. What we need now is the statute. Let us end the practice that belonged to the past and set a clear European standard. No animal is born only to be destroyed. Let us choose innovation over inertia, one single market over a patchwork, competitiveness aligned with compassion. It is how we improve our society, by making our economy answer to our ethics and by turning care into law. If we act, Europe leads. If we delay, Europe drifts. Let this Parliament be remembered as the one that turned compassion into policy and policy into progress for the animals which are enduring the worst we can inflict as a human society. We must do the best we can do, and it for citizens who want honesty and for a union that keeps its promise to the sentient beings in its care. Animal Equality stands ready to work with co-legislators, the Commission, and to deliver this transition swiftly, credibly, and fairly. Thank you.
Thank you very much.